Welcome to the Business and Beards podcast, spotlighting Miami County businesses. You bring your business and we'll provide the beards. Welcome back to the Business and Beards podcast. I'm joined by my co-host, as always, Buddy, and I'm Parker. And today we're joined by Chris Wheeler with Wheeler Inflatables. Chris, welcome.
Nice to meet you. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, glad to have you.
Chris, what's your wife's name? I just kept Kristen. Krista. Okay.
Yep.
I just kept calling her Hey. Like, you know, she was so busy. I didn't get time to ask her. But no, she and you said your brother.
Yeah.
How old is he?
15.
15. They I had to give them a little muscle help this weekend because we had to roll it up a hill. But other than that, they did an awesome job. They got it in, they got it out, and kids had a ton of fun. So I just wanted to make sure to say that they did a good job setting up.
Yeah, she's pretty strong.
Yeah, exactly. She's good at bossing too.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
what, you know.
Yep.
And so it was kind of, she had a game plan and it worked out.
So for most people that don't know what all Wheeler Inflatables offers, would you mind kind of giving us the overview?
So we started 2022. We started out with a 65-foot obstacle course, and it was for a kid's birthday party. And then my wife said, well, we can start renting these out. We started purchasing more. We do bounce houses, water slides, obstacle courses, concessions like popcorn, cotton candy, snow cone machines. We have speakers. You can rent out for PA systems.
I didn't know about the
Whole thing.
speakers.
Very
That
cool.
would have been nice.
Yeah.
I guess I should have asked, you know, because.
They're not on our website because they limit it to 10.
Oh,
And then
okay.
we have to upgrade it to get to 25 so we can start putting more stuff on there.
Okay.
Gotcha.
Yeah. It's all a work in progress.
Oh,
you know, you just kind
oh,
of
yeah.
start, especially when you start from scratch making zero, but
I know.
putting all this money into it, right?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Well, very cool. So what made you guys want to get into the inflatable game? I mean, it sounded like it was a birthday that started it, but were you guys looking for a side gig from the start?
Yeah, we were kind of looking for a small business. We were trying to get the wife on a full-time small business job instead of being at a gas station. She's been working for Casey's for 10 years, and she wanted to be home with the kids more. So we started the side business, and then she got promoted to store manager, so she kind of stuck with both of them.
Now, where is she at
Drexel.
Casey? Is it in Drexel?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, my aunt was a store manager for Casey's for a number of years in a small town. It's like 300 people. I don't even know how it had a Casey's, but it's kind of funny how all those things work out. And she seemed to like it. Just a lot of numbers and a lot of dealing with people not showing up to work is what I'm guessing.
Lots.
Can't trust anybody. Yeah.
Phone calls till 10 o'clock at night.
Yeah, that's insane. Well, I know she was on it when she showed up, so everything got unloaded. I think it only took less than 45 minutes to set up.
Yep.
How big of an operation do you typically get? Like, do people typically rent one, and you rent to 7 different people, or
So
you
the
try to fill
same
big
day,
orders?
Same day we rented out to you, we rented 6 of them out to the Evangel Church in Archie.
Oh, okay.
But we have had people rent all of them.
Okay.
And we've had events where we do like a Donate for Drexel. It was a fundraiser we used to have that we would put them all up in the park and rent. It would be $10 a wristband. You play all day.
Oh, okay. That's
Very
awesome.
cool. That's
it's
awesome.
From 1 to 14.
Okay, that's cool. And there was luckily no weight limit because I did
No.
get on a couple of them. I was saying I skinned up my elbow in one of them because we were going a little too much, but
I
they
know.
held us and there were
Yeah.
nothing.
Yep.
Is
So-
that because of your athleticism or lack thereof?
No,
athleticism?
it was too athletic is what I'm going to tell my wife. My wife and her sister also did it, and they made it through just fine without any injury. I think I was the only one who maybe messed up a little bit.
Hey,
So.
there's nothing wrong with being an overachiever.
Yeah, exactly.
So with having a side gig now, has it kind of changed your guys' perspective on things? Because being part of Drexel community, I mean, you guys are living there as well as running a business out of there. Has that changed your guys' outlooks to being part of the community?
Yeah, we have been a pretty good sized part of the community now. We do all of our fall festivals, spring stuff, Easter, 4th of July. Everybody knows us now.
Yeah,
And they know
very
where
cool.
to come to.
Well, and you think about 3 years ago when you bought one, you probably couldn't imagine having over 10 items, right? That's probably why
No.
your website's at 10.
Yeah.
You haven't really seen a way. It's kind of funny once you start going. It's kind of like a snowball, right? As long as you don't
Yep.
stop. So when you first started buying these things, how did you fund them? Did you just fund them through debt, or just save up money until you
So-
can afford the next one?
It's a really good business.
Okay.
I'll say that. You can buy one for a bounce house on Amazon, and it's a commercial grade for $600 on sale, and you can rent it out for $150 per rental,
Yeah.
and it pays itself off in a couple weeks.
Wow.
Awesome.
And then you just keep doing that. You save
Yeah.
up money. As soon as you pay one off, you put that towards another one.
That's
And
fantastic.
we just started going to auctions, and we have a guy in Sedalia, Missouri. It was kind of our mentor for the whole thing. He owns Just Get In Bounce House, he would sell us anything that he didn't want to do by himself anymore, or that he couldn't move around anymore, or just didn't rent out his area. So he would give us a good deal on all that.
Well, that's
We
just
would make
nice.
trips over there. Yep.
Yeah, it's all about the relationships you build, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. So what's your guys' radius? What's the furthest you've had to go?
Well, we've done about 20 miles north of St. Joe,
Wow.
which is 3 hours and 10 minutes away, but we try
Wow.
to stick within 100 miles.
That's smart.
Well, by the time you load it up, you unload it, and you have to go back and get
Yeah.
it, which, and we haven't mentioned yet, but it's not like that cost any additional money, right? Like, you guys drop it off, set it up, and pick it up all for the same, or do
For
you
all
have-
the same,
Yeah.
over 25 miles, we charge $25 plus $1 a mile.
Okay.
So within 25 miles, all the local people get free delivery.
Yeah, which
So-
I think is huge. It's kind of all in one, and there was no surprises. And obviously, you guys had a little hiccup with one of the water slides, and then
Yep.
it was like, you guys went above and beyond to make sure that our party was still good and accommodating. And
Oh, yeah.
and you guys also did my appreciation event with cotton candy, popcorn and cotton candy, which is a huge hit. I'm pretty sure that you guys run it better than I do because I could not get the thing to do it. I eventually just put like both hands in and twisted it with
that's
my
the
thumb.
move.
And it
Hand
worked.
twist.
I was like,
Yeah.
what the heck is going on? I put too much in, put too little in, couldn't figure it out. Probably will never do it again. I will rent it if somebody will run it type of deal, but it was fun. And we probably did 100 cotton candies for these kids at this party.
That's
so
a lot.
It was a lot. It was
That's
a
a
ton.
lot.
So my kids ate probably like 7 each. It was just like, as long as you're happy, leaving us alone, excited, we'll give you as much sugar as you want. And so it was a good time.
Awesome.
Very cool. Very cool. So what do you do for your primary job, Chris, if you don't mind me asking?
I've been at the railroad for 11 years.
Very cool. Which
Are you-
railroad?
BNSF Railway.
Awesome.
I was a laborer for 3 years, took a pipe fitter apprenticeship, worked that until 2022, got laid off as a pipe fitter, went back to being a laborer, and that's where I've been since.
And now, are you working in the yard or do you travel on the tracks?
Nope, I work at the machine shop.
Oh, okay,
Actual
sweet.
engine shop. Yeah.
That's awesome. You can't beat that. My uncle's been on the BNSF Railroad he started out on a weld crew as a laborer, and then he moved up to not a conductor, but an engineer.
Engineer, yep.
But whatever's before that.
Conductor.
So he was a
Yeah,
conductor,
conductor
then
and
he was an engineer, and now he's back in the yard in Galesburg. So he works out of the Galesburg location. So it can be very lucrative, but when you have to travel, you got small kids. I know it's not without sacrifice. So
I
that's
turned
awesome
down that
you're
job.
local.
I turned down the conductor job in 2017.
Yeah,
because I did not
had
want to travel.
They had a huge push, and then it was like 2018. They made every conductor test to be an engineer, and then with hopes to get rid of conductors, and that didn't work out. That's very cool. We kind of have a local rep. I didn't realize how prevalent the railroad still was down here.
Oh,
So
large.
we've only been around for 3 years, so we're still kind of getting to know a little bit. So.
Yeah, Drexel, there's a lot of people that worked for the railroad in Drexel in the 70s, 80s, and 90s.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I have at least 4 family members that have worked there from Drexel, and then multiple other people have worked there.
Now they're all retired and complaining about the railroad. That's how in Galesburg, Illinois, when I ran a State Farm insurance agency, it was kind of a big deal because it was like every 4th person worked for the railroad, and every retired person said the same thing, and it was never happy. I was like, you made all that money for all them years, you got to have at least a good story or two.
It's not as fun as it's all made out to be.
Yeah, well, at least it pays the bills, right?
Yeah,
That's
it
awesome.
does. Yep.
That's
Yep.
awesome.
Hey, nothing like a corporate gig like that keeps you running. Definitely. It's definitely the blue collar approach, but yeah, something like that's a great gig to have.
Yep.
You'll never be shy of work.
No,
So,
Yeah, exactly.
I built houses from 15 to 19, and then I started the railroad at 19. So
Gotcha.
that's
How
all
long
I've
till
done.
you get your pension?
I've got 28 and a half more years.
Oh, God.
give or take, right?
We'll be a little grayer by then, I think,
Yeah,
with as
yeah.
much stress as you get.
Oh, yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's awesome. And what's the end goal for the Wheeler Inflatables? Like everybody kind of, when they get into the business, they either pass it on, sell it, just live it out until it expires. Like what do you and your wife see this happening as?
Hopefully we can move into keeping inflatables but adding food trailers or stuff like that to the business. I'd like to open up a food trailer at some point and do that in Drexel because there's not many places to eat in Drexel.
Yeah.
They just opened up a pizza shop.
Yeah.
I've heard good, I've heard bad.
Their Philly cheesesteaks at the bar are pretty good, though.
The Philly cheesesteaks, the bar has changed hands a few times.
Oh,
it used
has
to be
it?
a lot better when
Okay.
a guy named Ty owned it.
Okay,
Yeah,
yeah,
exactly.
I've only been
Yeah.
there one time, but
The
I was
prime
in
rib
there.
night.
Yes, prime rib night.
That's awesome.
Queen cut prime rib was the best.
Couldn't go wrong
Mobile
with that.
bar would probably be pretty good in Drexel too.
I have looked at that actually.
Yeah, that's what I was like. That sounds like a blast.
I found a big. It was like a trailer that had the spouts on it.
Yeah.
And you could hold up to, I don't know, it was like 14 kegs on 7 on both sides. Had TVs, a karaoke machine in it. And I tried to talk the wife into buying that, and she was like, "I don't think we're there yet."
Not yet. We'll get there. You know, that's as long as you keep saving and growing.
4th of July would have really been a big hit. There.
Yeah, exactly. I haven't had a single person complain. Yeah, because I think you guys did Jimmy Cook's birthday too over here. Yep. About 2 weeks before you did ours, and obviously we booked at different times, and it was just both experiences were very, very positive. So we'll continue to utilize you guys in the future as well. And it's we can't say good enough things about you. Very communicative, very outgoing. So it's been a good experience.
We try to make it fun for everybody.
Yeah, which it's definitely been fun. It was like I said, the adults were a little painful. My back hurt in the morning, but the kids had no complaints whatsoever.
Roll them up and clean them.
Yeah, exactly.
Your back will hurt worse.
No, I was watching them out there trying to drag them and roll them. We had a little tiny one we bought off Amazon. Yeah. It's just, that thing sits underneath that deck out there. I can't get it rolled up properly. Yeah. It won't fit anywhere.
It takes trial and error to learn them, for sure. We have rolling straps and stuff to use, but the wife says it takes longer to put those underneath the inflatable and stay them down and roll them up. Then I said, but it'll save your body in the end.
Yeah,
exactly.
Well, by then you just pay some young
We're working on getting an electric dolly, and they have electric rollers that have 8 wheels on them, and you start your roll and you push it up against it, and then it just starts rolling.
I didn't know that. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, those are all thousands of dollars.
Well, another good thing is, not that competition isn't good, but you guys kind of have a monopoly right now, at least in this area. When we Google it, you were basically the only one that popped up that wasn't Johnson County.
We have seen businesses start up and fail within the last couple of years.
Yeah.
We had 4th of July ran the first year by L&L Bounce House, which they're no longer a business, but they were out of like Rich Hill or something, and they didn't go back to Drexel.
Yeah.
Drexel City wouldn't let them back because they were not very, proper.
Yeah, well, and there's a certain accountability that comes from using residents.
Yes.
So, you mess something up, you're going to see them down at the diner or at the post office.
Yep.
There's no getting out of it. So it kind of holds yourself to a higher standard.
Yeah. We've just kept prices cheaper than everybody.
Yeah, that's the way to do it.
That's how we kind of win.
Good problem to have. So you talk about something like reoccurring each year with the 4th of July event and stuff like that. Is it once you guys get a client, you'll start finding other gigs reoccurring with them, or are you mostly one-off?
No, it is definitely reoccurring.
Good.
We have done church events multiple times each year. Every year we have a big event for the Evangel Church. We just did the same day that Buddy had his party, and it's like a fireworks display.
Okay.
They have a big event with national anthem, music, vendors, and then the fall festivals every year we do Drexel, Butler, Archie, Adrian. We do a lot of reoccurring events.
Okay.
It's definitely
Now, where is that church at that you did? It didn't happen to be somewhere this way, right? Like towards Belton.
The Evangel Church is on the backside of Archie.
Okay.
And it's
south.
So yeah.
Okay.
South.
So if you go a highway out of Drexel, it's like right before 71.
Okay.
There's a big football field. It's the Archie School football field, and that's where they hold their event.
Okay.
Their church is on.
I was going to say, because you
south
said
side.
fireworks show. I drove by. I had to go to Belton to go to the Home Depot the other day, and I saw these big, giant, like multicolored tents. I was like, I wonder if that was the same place. But once you get past like Cleveland, I don't know where I'm at. So.
You'll learn.
Hey, the Archie football field right around the corner from Woodward's Meats. So
Yep,
I definitely know the area
Oh,
quite
yeah,
a bit.
yep.
So, but somebody that has just recently moved to the area within the last few years is still trying to learn the inner workings.
And honestly, you go to like Paola, Osawatomie, like all the way down to Centerville. I know that pretty well. I hunt down there a lot, but you get over here, past Cleveland, I don't know anything.
So if you want to hunt a good place, go to in public land. Go to Amarugi's.
Amarugi's?
Yeah,
Is that on Kansas?
It's on a highway. It's in Missouri.
Okay.
So it'd be just south of here. That's where I shot my biggest buck this year.
Oh, really?
Public land.
Fantastic.
So I go down to Lacine Lake a little bit down there, but I
I forget you're in Kansas. So
I know.
You'd have to buy that tag.
Those out-of-state tags
It's
are not cheap.
so close.
So
We're all right there.
Yeah, me and my wife always said whenever we're ready to buy some hunting only land, we're gonna just buy over the border
Missouri.
because then I can hunt here and I can hunt there and it'll all work
Save
out.
you
So.
so much money.
There you go. So, Chris, is there something else we've missed that we haven't covered that you want to touch on with things going on with you guys?
Just look out for new inventory. I don't
Awesome.
know. We just kind of do it as it comes to us.
Where's the best place people can find you at?
So you can look at wheelerinflatables.org, or you can check out Wheeler Inflatables on Facebook, Instagram, and that's That's it.
Excellent.
Try to keep it small.
Perfect. Hey, nothing wrong with a small operation. We definitely know a little bit about the small town. It definitely makes it better anyway, because then you get lasting relationships.
And the cell phone's on the Facebook. So as soon as I had an issue, I forgot to give you guys my address. So I don't know if they know where they're going. So I called, they answered right away, and it was like nothing happened. So it was a very, very personal touch. So
perfect. Well, Chris, thank you for joining us today.
Thank you guys for having me.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Keep Miami County growing. Thank you, guys.